AAM, my manager named Joseph Stalin Employee of the Month, concluded. I am not the op. This is a repost sub. I am not including Allison's advice. First post. The 1st of June 2020. Wouldn't mind your take on this. As in all honesty, I'm flummoxed by the most recent act from a manager who has, in my view, made a pretty major error of judgment. Unbeknown to us, she has began running an Employee of the Month program. No rewards other than an email. And no idea what the criteria is, as it's split across 3 different teams with 3 completely different functions. The winner this month was someone who is seen by colleagues to be given preferential treatment, going out for evening meals with just the boss, being constantly given the best projects despite their inexperience and then needing bailing out by others, being the only person the boss speaks to on a social level, etc. Not really too much of an issue with this award, as I just dismissed it as a case of favoritism. But in sending the email out, she's listed past winners of the award. Note there is an image in the original post. The description reads Chart of Employees of the Month, listing Putin for January and Stalin for February, March, and April. I'm unsure if I'm being overly sensitive. What do you think would be the best way to approach this subject with my manager? Allison wrote back and asked, is your sense she did it as a joke or? Quote, I'm not sure if this was a really poor attempt at humor. Juxtaposed in with the remainder of the email, which was completely serious in tone. She's never really been the person to joke around from what I've seen either. Naturally, the whole thing has been a bit of a talking point today, not including the rest of Allison's responses. It can be viewed via the link. Second post. July 29, 2020. I followed your advice, and mentioned without going higher than her that I thought the email was insensitive, and that I'd prefer to be excluded from similar emails should they be sent in the future. She didn't react great, stating that this was a joke about the working conditions. I left it at this point, as felt I'd said my piece. This wasn't the end of the situation though. There were 4 members of the team, out of 14, who all submitted their resignation letters within the same week, and the manager has been dismissed. Of the people that left, 3 were from Poland, and the other was a Ukrainian lady, all highly skilled at what they do, and were snapped up by a rival, as I'm still in contact with them. Speaking with one of them, she had sent the original email to HR as part of a leavers questionnaire. The director for our business unit has been pushing a diversity and inclusion agenda for months now, and has stated that there will be zero tolerance on issues such as this. So without knowing the ins and outs, I can only assume HR have taken this course of action. A lot more has come out of the woodwork, such as some personal friends being given jobs by her, falsifying documents sent to our clients to make performance look better than the reality, renting a spare room in her house to one of her direct reports, etc. Thank you for taking the time to reply to my email previously, and for all the advice you give. Whilst I'm not at a management level yet, it's within my ambitions, and the blog gives me great pointers on what not to do. For sure a bizarre, out-of-touch thing to send, and more than a little eyebrow-raising to see how unethical the manager turned out to be. Reminder that I am not the op. This is a repost sub. Some people really shouldn't have power. Holy hell. She had a Ukrainian on one of her teams and still sent out that email. What was she thinking? Me reading the title. LMAO, that's some brand new sentence material right there. Me after reading the post. I can't tell if she thought she was being funny or if this was targeted against the Eastern Europeans on her team. And to be honest, I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. I was literally gonna say that as a Polish person this would make me quit on the spot. I honestly thought it would be about a guy whose name happened to be Joseph Stalin and that mass confusion had ensued. This was worse. Me. Well, I can't say it's my taste in humor. But maybe she just needs a chat is all. Oop reveals colleagues are from Poland and Ukraine. Me. WTF. Lady? Single quote. Everything after was just the, of course she did, cherry on top. I like some edgy humor. But it needs to fulfill 2 criteria. 1. Make sure everyone receiving it will enjoy the joke. Point 2. Make sure it's funny. Ex-momager is O2 there. She had one of her direct reports, renting, from her? So, modern slavery then? What a peach. Jesus Christ. I thought they had an employee unfortunately named Joseph Stalin. I sure as hell didn't expect this. This made me sigh through my nose. The exact opposite feeling of laughing through my nose. Where the hell was her brain? Well, the xenophobia really jumped, huh? I was thinking she was just trying to show off her love for communism and not acknowledging his crimes against everyone. But considering the people she worked with, wow. Imagine being this kind of person. She was trying to get those people out. And now she has no job. Heart. This aged even worse. Not to mention, even all of Reddit can't seem to find the joke. Some people are just so far up their own ass they don't understand. At one job I worked in the US, our small company was bought up by a large multinational corp that is Israeli in origin. It's a publicly traded company. But it's all completely run by a single family in Israel. When the inevitable corporate changes started happening, he wrote that quote on the gate above one of the WW2 camps on a whiteboard in big letters like it was a totally normal and appropriate joke. Some people are just really obtuse. Man. Bad enough sending that out. But sending it out to people with Polish and Ukrainian heritage? Boy, that manager is so tone deaf she should be sent to a special school for deaf students. Ha ha ha. Starvation, torture and murder is funny. Am I right? And next week we'll be honoring Hitler and all of his wacky antics. Yeah, that's totally unacceptable. Putting a picture of Stalin is the equivalent of posting Hitler in a workplace with Jewish people. I felt sick reading that. Gross.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.